And in sports news this evening, the Upali Samaravira Committee report regarding the manner in which 500 million rupees granted to the Sri Lanka Football Federation by FIFA was used was handed over to the Minister of Sports today. The Minister of Sports said that the report will be handed over to the Criminal Investigations Department and the Commission to investigate bribery or corruption for an extensive investigation. Committee Secretary, Attorney at Law Panduka Kirtinanda said that football officials in Sri Lanka are directly and indirectly involved in these financial transactions.
The committee report was handed over to the Minister at the Ministry of Sports today. The funds spent for the tsunami and goal development projects were not monitored properly by the officials in the Sri Lanka Football Federation at the time. Although the transactions between FIFA and the tsunami and goal development project seems like a direct transaction, it is evident that officials of the Sri Lanka Football Federation and provincial league members had either directly or indirectly been involved in selecting contractors, consultants and signing agreements. Minister of Sports Mahindananda Alutgamage also spoke at this media briefing.
පරිපාලන කමිටුවක් දාගෙන දෙන්නේ ක්‍රීඩාව හදන්න ගියපු නිසා මේ රටේ පාපන්දු ක්‍රීඩාව බිමටම වැටුණා.
Football collapsed in this country because two people established an administrative committee. Based on the documents we received, we understood that irregularly transactions took place. Therefore, we decided to hand this over to the CID and the Bribery Commission. Money was also given to those involved in the LTTE in the Kilinochchi district. You know what happens when immigration and immigration regulations and financial regulations are violated. Although the committee inquired about this, they were not provided feedback.
මේ කමිටුව ගියාම මේවට මේ තොරතුරු අපට දෙන්නේ නැහැ. අපට තියෙන ප්‍රශ්නේ මේකයි මේ දත් තිබ්බට හපන්න බෑ.
Captain of the Sri Lanka cricket team Angelo Matthews expressed confidence ahead of his team's opening match in the triangular one-day series against the West Indies, which begins on Friday at Sabina Park.
India, winners of this year's ICC Champions Trophy, is the other team participating in the Tri-Nation Series. Matthews said in an interview shortly after their arrival at the Norman Manley International Airport yesterday that his team has been playing good cricket over the past few weeks and so everyone is ready and raring to go. Sri Lanka's cricket selectors have made two changes to their team, which competed in the Champions Trophy in England last week. Batsman Tilakratna Dilshan is out with a calf injury suffered in last Thursday's semi-final defeat to India, while all-rounder Thisara Pereira was dropped from the 15-member squads. Matthews said, quote, "It's unfortunate that Dilshan picked up an injury, but it is a good opportunity for our youngsters to try and prove themselves. I think our main challenge is to try and adapt to the conditions as soon as possible because the wicket might turn. We are looking for a good start, so hopefully we can beat the West Indies and start on a winning note." Unquote.
And in tennis news, Juan Martín del Potro recorded a straight set first round win, while Tommy Haas, David Ferrer and Thomas Berdych booked their places in the second round of Wimbledon, while British teenager Laura Robson and Angelique Kerber qualified to the second round in the women's draw.
Argentine Juan Martín del Potro showed that he has made a welcome return to form. Del Potro beat Spaniard Albert Ramos 6-2, 7-5, 6-1 to book his place in the second round. Joining him there will be Tommy Haas, the 13th seed. He also progressed in straight sets, beating Dmitry Tursunov 6-3, 7-5, 7-5 with a superb backhand on match point. Sam Querrey was one seed who crashed out. The American 21st seed fought back from losing the opening two sets in his match with Bernard Tomic. But it was a young Australian who prevailed in the end, a blistering backhand on match point, closing out an impressive 7-6, 7-6, 3-6, 2-6, 6-3 victory. Fourth seed David Ferrer prevailed in a four-set match on centre court. The Spaniard cruised through the opening set for the loss of just one game, but his Argentine opponent Martin Hollande edged a tight second set to level the match. But Ferrer showed plenty of his trademark tenacity, winning the next two sets to record a 6-1, 4-6, 7-5, 6-2 win and book his place in the second round. 7th seed Thomas Berdych may have progressed in straight sets, but he needed 5 match points to do so. He recorded a 6-3, 6-4, 6-4 win over Martin Klizan, but was forced to withstand some late pressure from his Slovakian opponent to do so. Berdych, a losing Wimbledon finalist in 2010, will face Daniel Brands of Germany in his second round match. In the women's draw, 10th seed Maria Kirilenko became a high-profile casualty in the women's draw. She was outgunned by Laura Robson, succumbing 6-3, 6-4, with the British teenager converting her first match point with a powerful forehand. but 7th seed Angelica Kerber progressed to the second round in straight sets. She overcame flamboyant American Bethany Mattek-Sands, a player she had never beaten before, 6-3, 6-4.
Well, that's all we have from tonight's edition of Primetime News. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm Arundhati Mudanayaka.
And I'm Shayan Silva. Take care and good night.